Hi everybody, my name is Savannah Sanchez and I am the Digital Marketing Manager here at Common Thread Collective. Today I'm going to go through 3 reasons why you can't scale your ad account. So the first reason why you're having so much trouble scaling your ad account is because your bid cap is set too low on your ad set. So if you guys aren't an ads manager and don't know what I'm talking about, a bid cap is a CPA target that you set on the audience you're trying to reach. So you'll tell Facebook, hey, I don't want to spend more than $10 to reach my target customer with these creatives. So the problem is if you set your bid cap too low, so let's say it's a $10 bid cap, Facebook may not be able to find anyone that can convert at that $10 CPA target. This means you're gonna have a really hard time spending in your ad account, especially when you're spending at scale like we do at Common Thread Collective. So my tip for you when it comes to bid caps is make sure that the CPA target that you set on Facebook is realistic. Does your product actually warrant that low of a CPA target? And how low of a ROAS and CPA can you accept in order to find scale and success for your business? If your CPA is set too low on your ad set, you're gonna have a really hard time getting delivery and scale on Facebook. So the second reason why you're having a hard time scaling your ad account is because you're putting too many limits on your audience. So when you're on Facebook, you can set up your target audience and say different interests. So let's say you want to target females who are 25 to 35 who are interested in Prada or different luxury items. And let's say you even narrow those interests even more and you say, I only want to target people who are on Instagram feeds and I only want to target them at a certain time of day. The thing is, it seems like granular targeting would get you better results because you're being ultra targeted with your interests. But what we found time and time again on Facebook, especially when trying to scale, is that if you put too many limits on your ad set, you're gonna have a really hard time spending on Facebook. So what we found on Facebook is that the broader audience that you set your target audience to, the easier time Facebook will have when trying to find your target customer for that certain CPA target that you set. So when you set up your ad account, make sure your audience is broad enough. And we were talking about at least an audience of 10 million people. This will allow Facebook to deliver your ads more effectively and more efficiently over time. We also always recommend automatic placements and don't put limits on age or gender unless you have a really great reason to do so, such as your product is very highly specialized. But otherwise, let Facebook's algorithm do the heavy lifting for you and choose a broad audience, and that way you'll be able to get the most scale out of your Facebook creatives. The third reason why you're having a hard time scaling your ad account is because your creatives are getting very fatigued. So if you're serving your same creatives to a target audience, even if they do well at the start, there eventually will be ad fatigue. And the creatives that once were performing well will eventually stop working. This is why it's so important when you're running an ad account to have new creatives in your ad account every week so that you're constantly testing and learning what's going to work. If you're not introducing new creatives into your ad sets, you're gonna run into creative fatigue really quickly and you're gonna have a really hard time scaling your ad account to bigger budgets. So our biggest tip when it comes to creatives is to utilize dynamic creative testing. So what dynamic creative testing allows you to do is you can upload 10 different creative assets, such as videos, stills, and test different headlines and text against those creative assets. So in total, you can choose 10 creative assets, 5 headlines, and 5 top text tests. This way, Facebook has a huge range of things to test when serving to your target audience. So by making sure your bid caps aren't set too low, that your target audience is broad enough and over 10 million people, and that you're utilizing dynamic creative testing and constantly creating new creatives on a weekly basis, you should have no problem scaling your ad account. That's it for today. My name is Savannah Sanchez, and I hope you enjoyed this video about scaling your ad accounts.